Hello, happy Friday, and welcome into another edition of your favorite podcast, Burgers and Brats. Glad we made it through another week, and the Dallas Mavericks want this week to end. It is probably over in the NBA Finals, but hey, you still got to get to 4 wins, so we'll see. But we got the NBA Finals going on. The U.S. Open is this weekend. We've already had one great day, and it's going to be so much fun to watch the next 3 rounds of golf. And then the NHL Stanley Cup Finals going on as well. It could be 3-0 in that series. Major League Baseball, the Yankees, Dodgers, red hot. And then we got the passing of the logo, Gary West, in the NBA. So all that to come and more. But before we get started, make sure to follow the podcast on any platform, any streaming service, literally anywhere. Get your podcast at Burgers and Brats, and stay up to date with latest news on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Burgers and Brats. Hopefully, you're watching live on millions.co at Burgers and Brats. So let's dig in to the NBA Finals. Boston Celtics up 3-0 on the Dallas Mavericks. Boston was up 21 points in this game. Dallas came back, got it to single possession. I believe 1 point game late in this game, got down to a 1 point lead for the Celtics. Luka, what are you doing, man? You already have 5 fouls. You're in a single possession game somehow. You got that close, and you're trying to set a charge on the 3-point line. Dude, you gotta know where you are situationally. You pretty much cost your team this chance to win this game and get right back in this series. Because now it's over. The series is done. To get 6 fouls, fouled out for the first time in your playoff career, and on the biggest stage, what are we doing? He had 2 other fouls 90 feet from the basket. Just stupid fouls from Luka, and then complaining the entire time. I know Brian Windhorst was talking about this. Dude, just play the basketball, get your shots, and don't complain after every whistle or non-whistle. And you probably cost your team a chance of winning this because you get fouled out. All you gotta stop is Kyrie, really, and that's not hard to do apparently in these NBA playoffs this year. So disappointed in Luka Doncic for sure. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown lived up to the hype, exceeded the expectations this year. They were high, but we still had that doubt of, can these two carry a team to the playoffs, through to the NBA Finals, and can they win the Larry O'Brien at the end? And it looks like they are. The last few years, we're like, this team the Celtics are the best team in the East. They are probably the best team in basketball as well, but they haven't been able to close the deal, have that closeout game and get to the finals and win the finals. And they did it this year. I had my doubt going in. Celtics were the best team in basketball this year. So they finally lived up to it. They finally got over that hump. Still got one game to go, but it is over pretty much. And Jason and Jaylen with 30 points each. Now it's just who gets the MVP. And I picked Jason Tatum at the beginning of this series, and I think I got to go Jaylen Brown in this one. Jaylen had 38 and 8, 12 of 22. Jason and Tatum went 31, 6 and 5, 11 to 26. Both not great from the 3-point line. Both with 41 minutes. But I feel like Jaylen Brown's just doing more and having more consistency in this game, getting it done on both sides of the basketball. Derek White's been playing good, getting double digits. Jrue Holiday had that 20-point plus game the other night, only had 9 this night, but went 4 and 9 from the field. And they only went an 8-man rotation for the Celtics. And not much help. Hauser had 9 points off the bench. Tillman had 3, Pritchard with 0. So not much help off that bench either. But the Celtics still get 106 points. The Dallas Mavericks have not scored over 100 points in this series. And before this series started, both teams were 0 when scoring under 100 points in a game. Dallas was, I think, 0-7 before this series. They're not 0-10 when scoring under 100 points in a game. And the Celtics keep scoring over 100 and holding their opponent to under 100. And that's how you win basketball games, because it's based on scoring now. And this Mavs team, going through some of the stats, Derek Jones Jr., 2 points. Daniel Gafford, 6 points. Luka had 27. Kyrie had 35. They had a deep rotation. I mean, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men off the bench, but no help. You had a combined 16 points, and 11 of them were for Derek Lively, who's going to be a really good player in this league. He had 13 rebounds as well. But you had no help. And, I mean, Jones and Gafford and P.J. Washington, I mean, what just happened after the Oklahoma City series? Like, you just stopped playing basketball. The help is not there. There is no help for the Mavericks. Kyrie, all right, he had a good game. He had 35. He's still 13 of 28. 4-6 from 3 points, so that was efficient. Luka only 11 of 27. He was 1 of 7 from the 3-point line. Eesh, not going to get it done. And when you foul out with 4 minutes left in a 1-possession game, man, use your head. Use it. So, like I said, this Boston team much deeper, and they did with this without Porzingis. Porzingis did not play for the Celtics, so he could be back next game. This series is a wrap. Some of these other stats. Both shot 37-36% from 3-point. Boston shot 46% from the field. Dallas shot 44%. Both about pretty good from the free throw line, though. Boston 13 of 14, Dallas 14 of 16. Like I said, you make your free throws, you're in this game for Dallas. They made their free throws, just didn't get to the line that much. And Luka fouled out, obviously. They even out-rebounded Boston again in this series by 9, 52 to 43. Boston, though, I mean, like I said, depth goes into with the assists. 26 assists compared to 15. You got depth, you got open guys, spreading the ball. Hit the open man. Hit the dude who's open if you have help, too. I mean, spreading the ball helps you win games. And both even on the fast break points. So, series stays in Dallas, 8:30 p.m. Eastern on ABC. Boston is a 1.5 point favorite in this one. Actually, when the game first ended, Dallas was a 1.5 point favorite. Now has shifted all the way back to Boston being the favorite in this one. Game 4 Friday night tonight, so it could be the closeout game. I'll give Dallas one game. I mean, I'll give it to them. I think Boston wants to go win this thing at home, recreate the KG. Anything's possible. Those fans deserve it. I think they kind of just chill and let Dallas get this game because, like I said, Boston is phenomenal at home. They only had 4 losses all year at home. Well, and Boston's great on the road. They're 7-0 on the road now. So, Boston has not lost at home or on the road yet in these playoffs. So, really, really good team. Going Boston, though, getting it done in a gentleman's sweep in 5. Could be done, though, tomorrow, but not doubt it. I can definitely see that. But I'll give the Mavericks one game. Backs against the wall. All right, let's stay in the NBA with the passing of the legendary Jerry West. The logo passed away this week, and really didn't know he was battling anything. Just kind of happened. No one saw it coming. And I mean, one of the best to ever do it with the Lakers organization. And you got to see him play with Wilt, some of these other greats. NBA champ as a player. He was the only player ever to win Finals MVP on the losing team. LeBron should have won in 2018. But Jerry West, only to ever do that. 14-time All-Star. That's every year he was in the league. He was an All-Star, even as a rookie. 9 Finals appearances. That's just incredible, getting to the Finals that much. It's awesome. Highest series points per game, averaging 46 points per game in a series. Scoring and assist title, 12-time All-NBA, 5-time All-Defense, 2-time Exec of the Year, 8 rings as an executive, helped build Shaq, Kobe, and the Showtime Lakers, and then helped build the Warriors dynasty. So RIP to the logo, Jerry West, one of the best to ever do it, and definitely one of the greatest executives of all time. I mean, if not the best. Building Shaq and Kobe, then going and building the Warriors, incredible stuff. That man knows ball. So, lost legend Jerry West this week. That was tough. All the tributes, incredible stuff reading. Kind of like when we lost Bill Walton last week as well. So it was cool seeing all the memories come in and just how great of a guy Jerry West was. Let's say in the major league or in the major pro sports, MLB. We had the series Yankees and the Dodgers this weekend, or this past weekend. The Dodgers took 2 of 3. But I mean, the Yankees still look phenomenal. Aaron Judge, Yankees, red hot, man. I think Judge has 25 home runs on the year. That leads the entire MLB. He's just playing great ball, man. This guy is leading in the MVP case. He has to be leading in the MVP case. Playing amazing. They take 3 of 4 versus the Kansas City Royals. In some of the standings, Yankees having a 2.5 game lead over the Orioles. It's those two and in that division. In the AL Central, you got the Guardians with a 5 game lead over the Royals. Kind of a 2-man race there as well. And then in the AL West, the Mariners still have a 6.5 game lead over the defending champ Rangers. I mean, come on. We knew the Rangers weren't going to be good for back-to-back years. It's not how the Rangers play baseball. That's not how that works. They can't be good for multiple years. Does look amazing seeing the Astros not at the top of a leaderboard. Kind of they're third in that division. The White Sox still only 17 wins on the year. 17-52. It's a 24% winning percentage. 24. We are in June, so pretty crazy. In the NL, we got the Phillies owning the NL East over the Braves, but the Braves do not have Ronald Acuna Jr., so there's that. A tough loss. Mentioned that earlier. It looks like it is the Phillies division, and they've got the second best record in baseball. In the AL or the NL Central, you got the Brewers atop of that division, Cardinals and Reds and Cubs and Pirates. That whole division fighting for second place right there. You got a 1.5 game difference between second and fifth in that division. So Cardinals though in second, they're 6.5 games back. Could catch up. Those teams could catch up. It's the baseball. Who knows? One injury, but it's still a lot of games to be played. And then the NL West, I mean, whose division would it be otherwise? It's not the Rockies. They're only at 24 wins. A little bit better than the White Sox, but it's the Dodgers up 6.5 on the Padres. Shohei Ohtani looking really good as well. This whole Dodgers team, though, I mean, it's the Dodgers. They're going to be solid. We'll see if they can live up to the hype and make it to the World Series, though. In the wild card for the MLB, you got the Yankees, Guardians, Mariners, and then in the wild card spot, you got the Orioles, Royals, 6 games back of that in the second spot, and then the Twins in the third spot. Boston, 2 games back from the final spot in the AL wild card. In the NL, you've got the Phillies, Dodgers, and Brewers up there, 1, 2, 3. And then in the wild card spots, you got the Braves, followed by the Padres, 2 games back of that. And then the Giants and Cardinals tied at the 3 spot. So, going to be a close one here. And then 3 through 10. 3 through 10. There's a 3-game difference. This is going to be a really fun summer watching in the NL and getting that final wild card spot. 3 games, that's nothing in the MLB. So be prepared. There's going to be a lot of shifting in the standings to come. So excited for that. In the NHL, the Florida Panthers take a 3-0 lead on the Edmonton Oilers to go up in the Stanley Cup Finals. So it looks like Boston and Florida will be celebrating championships maybe by this weekend. So 3-0 series leads in the NHL and the NBA. All right, before we talk some U.S. Open, let's go to my favorite segment on this day in history, sponsored by Hefner Eye Care, located in Oklahoma City. Check them out, or you can check them out on the web at hefnereyecare.com. 12:15. Throwing it back on this one. The English King John signed the Magna Carta. 1922, the longest recorded attack of the hiccups begins. It continues for, can you guess? 68 years. Yeah, 68 years. And he dies 11 months after the hiccups stop. That's insane. It's pretty crazy. 68 years of hiccups. I don't think I would have lasted that long. And then 1775, George Washington is appointed the Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army. And then happy birthday, Helen Hunt, Chris Evans, and Ice Cube. That's on this day in history, sponsored by Hefner Eye Care. Check them out on the web, hefnereyecare.com. Go get those new glasses for this summer or that annual eye exam. Check them out. All right, let's go to the U.S. Open, baby, at Pinehurst, number 2 in Pinehurst, North Carolina. Incredible golf. Incredible golf. This is the kind of golf that I like. I like low scores where these greats have to use their brain, have to hit perfect shots, literally perfect shots for the ball to be in that position and to get the break and to be able to score. And this is the course that does that. Now, I thought the scores would be a little lower. But, I mean, we got 5 unders. We got 2 5 unders. I think Rory McIlroy, Patrick Cantlay at 5 under on the round. The 6th and 7th time ever that there's been a 65 at the U.S. Open Pinehurst. 6th and 7th time ever. They happened in the same day. So, incredible stuff. I made my picks for this week. Got to watch a little bit today, so still going to get my picks based on before the tournament started and then break down the rankings, what's going on after day 1. But we got the largest purse ever for a tournament. You got $20 million. This is Pinehurst's 4th U.S. Open at a par 70. The greens, they looked insane. I don't know if you guys saw videos this week, but it looked incredibly fast, and I would shoot probably 200 on this course. It's not happening for me. It could not play that. Would not be good. Perfect weather, a light breeze today. No rain today. Might be some severe thunderstorms later on in the day in the second round on Friday. But some low scores nonetheless, and it looks like the cut line might be +4, +3, +4. It could get down to that. So it's going to be some close, exciting golf, and you're going to have to shoot your best. Everything's going to have to be perfect. Nothing can go wrong with every shot. Every shot has to be picture perfect. Some of the storylines for this one. Brooks Koepka has 2 Open victories, and could have been 3, but he's got 2. Looking to get that 3rd one this week. Phil Mickelson, this is the only major that he has not won. He has won everything else besides the U.S. Open, so looking forward to that. Tiger Woods returns. I mean, he's won everything, so this man, of course, he's won this. And this is more of a flat course, so it's not as much walking and everything that he's been doing at the previous courses that he played at PGA and the Masters, so a little more level, so could be a little bit better for him, definitely in his old age and with his surgeries. And then Wyndham Clark won last year, so look to see how he fares off in this one. The pairings for the first 2 rounds, you got Will Zalatoris, Matt Fitzpatrick, and Tiger Woods. Justin Thomas, Colin Morikawa, and Brooks Koepka in a group. Tony Finau, Ludwig Oberg, and Dustin Johnson in a group. Rory McIlroy, Xander Schauffele, and Scotty Scheffler in a group. So that is a phenomenal group right there. I mean, that's 1, 2, and 3 that you want to see. So that's awesome. Bryson DeChambeau, Victor Hovland, and Max Homa in another group. And then you got Hideki Matsuyama, Jordan Spieth, and then you did have John Rahm in that group, but now replaced by an amateur. The favorites for this weekend, Scotty is at 3-1. The favorite, Rory and Xander 11-1. Colin Morikawa 14-1. Bryson DeChambeau 15-1. Victor Hovland 18-1. Brooks Koepka at 20-1. Ludwig Oberg 22-1. And some other notables, Wyndham Clark at 75-1 and Tiger Woods at 200-1 odds to win. So those are kind of your top guys, your top favorites for this tournament. No John Rahm, like I said, dealing with a foot injury, so he is not there. And it doesn't matter. He was not playing good golf anyway, so don't know if that would have mattered, him being there. 156-man field, top 60, including ties, make the cut, and it is going to be a +3, +4 cut. So it's going to be exciting watching this. This is the kind of golf that I like. Cut line, the previous times here at the U.S. Open, like I said, they've had it 3 times here. This is the 4th time. So the previous 3, in 2014, it was +5. In 2005, it was +8. +8 was the cut line in 2005. In 1999, where Tiger almost won, was +7. Insane. That's just absolutely remarkable that the scores are like that for the cut line. Kind of my underrated for this tournament. Haven't looked at the scores, don't know where these guys are, but my underrated before the tournament started, I got to go Will Zalatoris at 80-1. I mean, that's great odds for Will Zalatoris at least to get a top 10 finish. He's been playing really good golf. He has 2 top 6 finishes in the last 3 U.S. Opens. So he plays phenomenal golf at the U.S. Opens. And this is a hard course to play, but Zalatoris can do it. Hideki Matsuyama, 50-1 odds, guys. 50-1 for the Masters champion. And he ranks number 1 on strokes gained on and around the green. On what will probably be the toughest greens to work around. He's number 1 in the field on strokes gained on and around the green. Phenomenal matchup here. Russell Henley, 100-1 odds. He has 2 top 15 finishes in the last 3 U.S. Opens. A name no one really knows about. Great odds right here, 100-1. And then I like Sahith Theegala at 45-1 in this one. Like the kind of golf he's been playing, I think he continues that. All right, my overrated for this tournament, I got to go Wyndham Clark. I mean, he's the number 4 in the world. He's missed the cut at the Masters, the PGA Championship, and Memorial last week. Number 4 in the world, and he's missing cuts. He's so inconsistent. I'm not taking him this year at the U.S. Open. Last year, different story. Obviously, this year I'm not touching him. Cam Smith, he's the 11th favorite in the field. I just don't like the golf he's been playing. He just has not been playing good golf. I'm not touching him as a top 11 favorite. No way. Highly overrated. Justin Thomas, he's top 10 favorite in this one. Love JT. Love him. But when's the last time one tournament he's been in top 5, top 10 in the last 10. So I'm not touching him. Hope he goes out there and plays great though. Tom Kim, top 15 favorite. It's a crowded field. Don't know how he'll react to this. Don't know how good he is on the greens when you need to be really good in his iron play. But top 15, I think that's a little high for him. And then Dustin Johnson. Why are you even allowed to bet on Dustin Johnson? Don't touch Dustin Johnson, please. Don't ever bet on Dustin Johnson. He's awful. So those are kind of some of the guys that I'm staying away from. And a few of those live guys, I wouldn't even touch live guys. They just horse around on the field, so can't really trust them except for Bryson. Bryson's probably the only guy you can. Maybe Koepka sometimes. Depends on if he wants to actually show up. My top 10 locks for this tournament. I mean, who do you think number 1 is? Scotty Scheffler, number 1 in the world. He's won 5 of his last 8 starts. He is a second, number 2 finish at PGA, and he was arrested. I mean, 5 of his last 8 starts, he's won. One of the losses, he was arrested that morning. Come on. And then Rory, all he does is finish in the top 5, guys. Rory McIlroy, that's all he does. Even though it's a major, he hasn't won one in a decade. He still finishes top 5 all the time. He's actually got 5 consecutive top 5 finishes the last 5 tournaments, including that. Which tournament was it? But I mean, 8 under through 8 holes to capture that victory on a Sunday over Xander. So got to go Rory as a top 10 lock, and then Xander. I probably playing the second third hottest golf in the world right now, behind Scotty. He's been top 10 in 6 of the last 7 tournaments this year, and he's been in the top 10 in 75%, or he's been in 6 of the last 7 tournaments. He's been in the top 10, and in 77% of all the tournaments this year, he's finished in the top 10. So, taking Xander a lock for top 10, like I just said. Max Homa, great underdog, great player. He plays his butt off in these majors. So taking Homa, and then lastly, I'll go Tommy Fleetwood as kind of a long shot underdog to make a top 10 lock. So 2 kind of long shots, but definitely those 3 up there, top 10 locks for sure. All right, so let's look at the leaderboard. Kind of mentioned it, saw a little bit of it. Rory McIlroy and Patrick Cantlay tied at 5 under, the literally greatest rounds we've ever seen at this tournament ever. So Rory is 5 under. That's a 65. No bogeys in. The last 3 times he went a bogey-free round in a major to open it, he won. The last 3 times he's gone bogey-free in the first round of a major, Rory McIlroy has won that major. Last time was 2014. Come on, Rory, please. We got to do it. We got to get it done this year, please. Rory McIlroy, great shape. I'm excited to watch him. 6:29 a.m. Oh, that's early tea time. So I'll be watching that. Patrick Cantlay. Ludwig Oberg at 4 under. I really like Oberg. I just couldn't pick him because of that knee injury he had. I don't know if he had surgery, but that knee injury he had a few weeks ago. But I mean, once I see him get another top 5 lock, probably going to be picking him from here on out to get a top 10 lock because that man is phenomenal. Bryson DeChambeau at 3 under. Tony Finau, Akshay Bhatia, Terrell Hatton at 2 under on the day. Akshay Bhatia, kind of someone who's been under the radar. I've kind of picked a little bit. Glad he's finally playing really good because he is a phenomenal talent. And then love seeing Tony Finau up there. Tommy Fleetwood, Colin Morikawa, Adam Scott, Sepp Straka, Brooks Koepka, Xander, all at even. So great names at even. Tommy got to get up there. Koepka, even. He tees off at 12:25 p.m. Central tomorrow or today. Ricky Fowler, Jason Day, Cam Smith, Scotty Scheffler at plus, and Max Homa at +1 on the day. So Scotty Scheffler and Max Homa, not great days. Scotty tees off at 6:29 a.m. East or Central Time on Friday. Tuning in for that one as well. He's with Rory. Some of these other scores: Hideki's at +2. Matt Fitzpatrick at Wyndham Clark at +3. Tiger Woods at +4. Not a great day. 74. I mean, 74 is really good actually for this tournament. So 12:14 p.m. Central tee off time. We'll be watching Tiger Woods for his late afternoon round. And then some other names. Shane Lowry's at +4. Lucas Glover also as well. Some other names. Will Zalatoris, wow, +5. Not good on my underrated pick right there. Webb Simpson, +5. And Justin Thomas, wow, +7. Like I said, overrated. Do not touch him. Love JT, but don't touch him. Wow, also Victor Hovland, +8. Do I stay away from him as well? No, but do not touch. I mean, wow. Victor Hovland +8. He is so inconsistent right now, so that's not great. But all right, that's your leaderboard at the U.S. Open. Gonna be fun these next few rounds. So kind of my kind of picks for this weekend. I'm picking Rory right now. I'm picking Rory to win this thing. History is on his side on this one, and I can't go against him. I love Rory, and hopefully we get to see him win a major a decade after his last one. So going with the Rory. And that's one. Let me know your picks for the U.S. Open. All right, let's move into my final segment, who I'm sharing my burger and brat with. Pandas. Yeah, I don't know if they can eat burgers and brats. They definitely can eat bamboo. But I'm sharing my burger and brat with pandas because it was announced this week that the National Zoo is getting pandas again. That's right. All but one zoo in the country was pandaless, and now the National Zoo in Washington, D.C. is getting Bao Li and Qing Bao on a 10-year lease from China. So both are 2 years old. Bao Li, son of Bao Bao, the female panda born at the zoo in 2013, and the National Zoo will pay $1 million per annum lease fee, and 100% of which goes to panda conservation in China. So the pandas will be coming soon this year. Don't know the exact date yet, but they're on their way. So exciting to get the pandas back in Washington, D.C. and back in the U.S. after a little absence. So that's who I'm sharing my burger and brat with. Well, maybe some bamboo. Thank you all for listening. Make sure to follow the podcast on any platform, any streaming service, literally anywhere. Get your podcast at Burgers and Brats and stay up to date with latest news on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Hopefully you just watch live on millions.co and check out the podcast website, burgersbratspodcast.com. Thank you all for listening. Take care. Stay safe.